Hello and good evening. Once again, welcome to our viewers wherever you are watching. Let's say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends wherever you are. And this is your favorite sport program called Atlantic Online Sports 360 Live. Every Sunday from the hour 8 to 9 o'clock, and I am the host, Big Sam International. As usual, in the studio tonight, Asma, of course, co-presenter.
Mamadou B. Jallo.
And of course, today, as you can see on your camera, we have a guest that I am happy. Sometimes it's my nephew, sometimes not. But maybe today I can allow him to be my nephew. And that's?
Well, I am Ibrahim Akebi Sonko, and I'm glad to be here for the first time. And thank you for hosting me and the management of Atlantic TV, and as well as my brother and colleague, Mamadou B. Jallo.
Thank you so much. Ibrahim Akebi Sonko, meanwhile, is the media and, of course, public relations officer of Brikama Sports Committee. I brought him here today so that we can talk about one of the biggest Nawetan zone in West Coast region, or let's say in the Gambia. And also, the West Coast Regional Sports Association also coming up with another Super Nawetan, or let's say a special football tournament as usual. The third edition is coming up. We'll browse through that a bit. But he's here today for the Brikama Sports Committee. And of course, as usual, Mamadou B. Jallo is my co-host. Well, thank you so much once again. You link to your favorite Sports 360 on Atlantic Online TV. Once again, welcome to the show. In tonight's program, we have four sporting stuff to talk to you. Maybe let's say 2 on sports and three on sport rather. One will first talk about our host, which is Farato. Let's say Fabi, Farato Busumbala Nindum, start their tournament yesterday on Saturday, of course at the Farato main field. We were there, we were live and also recording the program. We'll talk about that. The second thing we'll talk about is we'll rush back to Brikama Sports Committee with their PRO, who will update us as the Nawetan progress and the game split. Anything we want to know about that. And when we come back from the break, we'll talk about the thing that is getting momentum in the Gambia, which is Work for Health. Work for Health, the national chapter is down, and Work for Health Brikama chapter are working every Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk a little bit on that. And of course, not good. Finally, not that much good for the Gambia, as of course our Queens bow out from the qualifying rounds. We touch a little bit on that. All coming up in today's edition of Sports 360 Live. But first, we will go to Mamadou B. Jallo, that's my co-host. Yesterday, which falls on the 23rd of September 2023 at the Farato main field, Fabi kickstarted their tournament, which is the Nawetan. And of course, we tell you more on that. It was between Dua Jabi of Farato and Jafai of Busumbala. Mamadou B. Jallo is on there.
Thank you very much, Sam. As you said, we was at the Farato main field yesterday to witness the 2023-2024 Farato tournament. We call it Nawetan Opuna between Jafai of Busumbala and Dua Jabi of Farato. It was a very interesting game between these two sides because, you know, whenever these two big teams meet, we call it the Battle of the Titans. Because in Farato, Dua Jabi is a team that is known of playing good football. When you go to Busumbala also, Jafai is a team that is known of playing good football. But yesterday, when these two teams meet in the Farato, Fabi, Nawetan Opuna, we see Dua Jabi started playing a very good football at the first half of the game, but when coming into the second half, we see Jafai with their experienced players. Dua Jabi could not able to do as expected, as many fans thought it will be for Dua Jabi. We see Dua Jabi scored in the first half, just 9 minutes of the first half. Coming into the game, just 10 minutes after the break, Jafai equalized from a penalty. Then stopped Dua Jabi playing what they're known for. Jafai was on top of the game until the coach of Dua Jabi is totally out of the game, but doing unnecessary changes during the game. That can tell people that Jaffa is a team in Busumbala or in Fabi that can do damage to any other team in this year's Nawetan in Fabi Big Sam?
Well, in our discussion, I think, well, first and foremost, let us tell you that Fabi come to be because of the Super Nawetan in the Gambia. In fact, I earlier on spoke to Kemo Sise of Gambia Football Federation. Kemo is the bread or is the man behind Fabi because he wanted these guys to come together to have a Nawetan center. So Fabi is a coalition of 3 villages, or let's call them 3 towns now because they are more than village now. That is Farato, Busumbala, and Yundum together. Okay, this time they will allow Busumbala, Farato, and Yundum to organize their own Nawetan. But this time the committee deemed fitting to make it to the Fabi organizing committee or Fabi guys to come and stage the tournament. One of the aims of this tournament is to bring more understanding and good relation between the 3 towns together or the 3 villages near each other, and also to pick their team that will represent them in the Super Nawetan. So that's why they came into be to stage that. So basically, it is Fabi organizing that tournament. So that's why you have the team from Busumbala, that is Jaffa, and the one from Duajabi from Farato. And games continue today, both in Farato and Busumbala too. Many thought that Jaffa are more exposed and Jaffa have more team than, in fact, they are more experienced than Duajabi. So many thought that the game yesterday would have been Jaffa, but that was a different ball game. Duajabi came first to score, and then the equalizer, in fact, for Jaffa came in the second half from a penalty that is 12 yards. But then I think it was a bit late for Jaffa because the last grasp of the game, Jaffa, it was all Jaffa. And of course, we have some sorts of those that we will be giving you that on our screen. And also at the end of the match, which the match in fact ends 1-1. And we have some interviews with the board Kemo and the chairman and Charles, which you will have that on your screen later on. But Momodu, basically, can you analyze these two teams for us? Because many, in fact, even Kemo said that they were disappointed that Jaffa did not win that game.
I think Duajabi is just a newly organized team, I can say. It's an academy, but it's a newly found academy in Farato. And Jaffa is a team that is a team in Busumbala, and Jaffa is a team where Busumbala Sanjonding, a 3rd division team in the West Coast, have many players in Jaffa. Because yesterday we see 3 or 4, we can name 3 or 4 players of Jaffa who are playing for Sanjonding in the 3rd division team in West Coast. And again, if you come to the side of Duajabi, you can realize that Duajabi is a young team. They have young players. Their players is below 16, you can say 16, 17, and compared to Jaffa with their experience, they could not handle, they could not defeat Duajabi as people expect. Because during our interview, we had Kemo Sise saying that it was surprise Jaffa not win that game because they know Jaffa, with the quality players they have, they will come into the game and Sumas, Duajabi anyhow they want and left the field like that. But it was not easy for Jaffa yesterday.
Yeah.
Even though they have the experienced players more than Duajabi, and it was not a game, because it was not an easy game for Jaffa because Duajabi played a beautiful game yesterday, as people expect it to be. Not that really good, but they have tried. Because without that much experienced players, without that much experienced player compared to Jaffa, you able to handle Jaffa and play with them to draw.
Well, I think basically these are academy teams, and you know academy teams, I'll invite KB later on that. Academy teams play very good football. You are teach about the techniques, how to collect the ball, how to pass, how to create space. So basically, I think that's why they have a lot of small kids that were playing. But I think even in Farato, they're very well recognized. So I think basically it was not an easy ride. In fact, it was a stalemate at the end of the day.
But I think Duajabi, since Jaffa made that changes in the second half, Duajabi coach have messed up. Because seeing him in the first half, they have their captain playing in the central field as an offensive player. Second half, at the latter part of second half, we see that boy dropping at the heart of the defense. That disturbed Duajabi a little bit, because at the dying minute of the game, Jaffa have dominated the center for the midfield of Duajabi, because of the time that the coach of Duajabi asked his captain to drop at the back, have caused a lot of problem at the midfield for Duajabi.
Yeah, because some of these things, you will agree with me, are technical stuff, because you have some versatile players that can play multiple positions in the game. So maybe the coach see that a lot of the passes or most of the pressures are coming from the mid, and he know if his captain drop back, he can do so. And this is exactly what happened. I think it pay more dividend to the team. So I think the coach definitely did wonders there. And of course, in our screens will be showing some of the highlights of that game. There are a lot of people that come out, and notably this tournament is sponsored by the National Assembly member for Busumbala Ward. Of course, that is Mamadou Kante. He was there with it, and very one fantastic game. Kebi Sonko, I want to, before your time, I want to engage you here. That is, Fabi is recognized now with come between these three villages. They will allow these three villages to organize their Nawetan, but this time around, because of the time content, the organizing committee of Fabi deemed it necessary to come and stage this tournament for the three villages, so that one of their aims, most of their aim is to get good understanding between the three, and also to pick up their zonal team that will represent Fabi. How do you feel about all this thing?
Well, first and foremost, I think the most important thing of organizing a sporting event is to foster relationship, one between players and two between sister teams. And you know, one would have expect Fabi to do a better groundwork. Even this thing should be a process. It shouldn't be a 1 month or 2 months too. Yes, you understand that they have been participating as a zone, but again, what used to happen was. Farato organizing their own league, and then they will scout some players. Then Busumbala organize some their own league, a tournament in form of a Nawetan. They will scout some players, and Yundum too. But if you understand, Yundum has been playing their Nawetan for quite a long time. They started their Nawetan well before both Farato and Busumbala. So you understand, probably teams already adjusted their budget for this year. If you want them to play the Yundum Nawetan and also at the same time also play the Fabi Nawetan, probably it might be, I don't want to speak on their behalf, but financially it might stretch them. And we know sport finance in this country is very difficult. It's usually Big Sam supporting a team, and then is Big Sam investing all his money on that particular team. And what the teams will contribute at some point is just minimal. It's not enough for the upkeep of a particular team. But I would have wished these three zones would come together and play Nawetan together, and also create that big center. They can also create their own big center. But if you look at the Brikama Nawetan, where I come from, for instance, it's not only about Brikama that makes the Brikama Boxba or that makes the Brikama Nawetan so lively. It's about teams playing even as far as in Yundum. We have teams like Yarambaba FA playing. We have teams from Banjulun like Kwenbi playing. So it's about unison. It's about creating that level playing ground for everybody to come and showcase their talent. I'm sure this is a start. This is the first time. Challenges will always come, but probably come next year. They will organize a better one. Because the only thing, in fact, the only thing lacking here is the cooperation of Yundum. If not, the trial of these 2-3 places would be a very good Nawetan, because you are going to scout, in fact, top talent. Because now that all the teams will play each other, then at least in group format, at least anybody who is responsible of selecting players will have it at his mercy of selecting the best players.
That's right. Okay, let me ask you this. These two things, bringing much understanding, coincidence between the three of them, and also to pick their Super Nawetan team. How do you rate that?
Yes, like I said, the objective of sport anywhere is to foster unity among the players, and then among the teams and the sister team. And I'm sure one of the aims and objectives of FABI is not only to participate in the Super Nawetan or the West Coast Zonal, regional zonal tournament, but it's also, to have that, relationship within the, within the three communities. In fact, they are very close geographically, so you see why they are joined together. And, this will be sometime now FABI is participating in the zonal. So I think now they passed the stage where they are on trial space. Right now, what they should do when they are playing, they should select a team that is capable enough of competing at either the, at both ends, in fact, at the West Coast Zonal and the National Zonal. They should not only pick a team that will come and ride over. Last year, they did somehow remarkably well in the West Coast Zonal. I watched their game against Brikama. It was somehow tense. You can see some of their players. They are very good players. But again, they need to select a competitive team, a team that will go there irrespective of your name. Either you are Brikama, you are East or West Banjul, they will compete against you. I think that's what they need. But like I said, too bad Buzumbal, Yundum are not there. But again, they might have their reason. Yesterday, when I went before the tournament, when I learned that they are not participating, I tried to call one or two people. They will tell you that our teams have been playing in the Nawetan here. So some of them financially they are stretched, and if they want to join the FABI tournament, they might not continue playing, and that will be an embarrassment.
Well, point noted, KB Sonko, and I think the organizers, especially Charles and the chairman, Kemo and the rest will also learn from that. I remind that you are tuned to our, of course, Sport 360 Live on Atlantic Online TV. Of course, GMT from 8 to 9 p.m. GMT. Of course, coming to you live from our studios in Farato, West Coast region, Delirul, Gambia. Mamadou, before we go, to turn the pendulum back to Brikama, anything else that you want us to know about yesterday's opening FABI game?
I think it was a successful opener at the field for FABI yesterday, because we see many people have been at the field yesterday to support. Because when we say football, if people are not coming or participating, it will not be successful. But yesterday we see people at Farato. We even see dignitaries who were the invitees came at the right time to witness this game, because whenever you are invited to come or invited as a guest to come and grace the occasion, you should be there. Or even you could not able to make it, you should send a representative or somebody who will represent you. But yesterday we see the people that they invited to come and grace the occasion. They have been there. We see Kemo Sise and other people who came to grace the occasion. And also, what I like during the match was discipline. Because in sport, when people are not disciplined, it will not work. And yesterday, we see discipline during this match. The referee played the match very well, and the players were very, very calm. No tension created from the players, both the players and the fans, yesterday at Farato.
Well, thank you very much. And there was a very good coverage by the Atlantic Online TV with, of course, our technician Abdullah Sanyang. Thank you so much. We have a very wonderful pictures for you. Meanwhile, you can enjoy those and some interviews that will be coming up on your way. Away from that now, we will now change our pendulum to the biggest Nawetan zone in the Gambia, that is Brikama Sports Committee, Nawetan 2020-24. Kick-started, we talked about it here, but today, anything that you need to know, we have the right person here, the mouthpiece of the Brikama Sports Committee, the PRO and the media officer, as I earlier introduced him, Ibrahima Kebi Sonko. Ibrahima Kebi Sonko, welcome to Atlantic Online Sport 360.
Well, thank you very much. Welcome twice. Okay. Thank you very much, Sam. And just like you, in your introduction, you rightly said the biggest Nawetan zone center. I think that's unarguable. If you want to argue, you can argue anywhere. I think there is no sport committee like Brikama Sport Committee. We are the biggest. In fact, we can boast of saying we are the only few, if not the only sport committee we have in this country. Because being a sport committee, does not mean that you should only, organize football. For us, down the years, we have been organizing football, both male and female. We know football is the most popular sport in the Gambia. But we have been organizing athletics too. We have been participating in the volleyball tournament, both male and female, the cricket, both male and female. And we have a male volleyball team. We used to have a female, but it is no longer there. But again, we have space for even martial arts at Brikama. You can see every night you go to Brikama Box Bar, you see the martial arts guys are there. Either it's kung fu or taekwondo training there. So, and even karate. So this is something for me. I would like to encourage also other sporting organizations or other sports committees in the Gambia to also involve themselves in. Because if you want to call yourself a sport committee, you should not also only limit yourself in the perimeter of
because
football.
you said sports, you don't say football.
Yeah, you don't say football. So that's it.
And then I think they have the best ground called the Theatre of Entertainment Center of Gambian Football. Before we go for break, Kebi, which position are the Navetan at the moment? Because I want you to give us a little bit history of the qualifiers up to now, but at the moment, before we go for the break.
At the moment, we are on the second round, and we played so many games in the second round. We are on the verge of even concluding the games in the second round, and already, in fact, some teams already booked their place into the next round. Teams like Berewuleng, Nema already have a place, and some of the teams only need possibility to negotiate a point.
Thank you so much. At this juncture, we're going for a commercial break, and we will be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back after that wonderful break. We are live once again, your favorite sport program called Sport 360 Live on Atlantic Online TV. Once again, greetings to everybody, especially our followers, wherever you are. We go back to our guest today, Ibrahim Kebi Sonko, the media officer for the Brikama Sport. Kebi, give us the rundown of the Brikama Sport. But this time, I want you to give us from the qualifiers and the grouping, the teams that are playing, and give us all we need to know.
Well, we have about 66 teams in the qualifiers, and then they play several rounds, round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, before eventually going to the playoffs, where, they meet the relegated teams that relegated in the 2022 Brikama Sport Committee in Nawetan. And then from then, we see 3 teams have made it to the Nawetan proper from the qualifiers. The 3 teams are Dreamers FC of Jalambang. We have also Dreamers FC from Jalambang is one of the teams. And we have also seen, like I said, Manokang of Madina's Brikama Madina Salanding also made it to the Northern proper, and Sabu United of Kemije Madina also made it to the Northern proper. So among the 4 teams that relegated, it was only Diamond Boys that maintained their spot. It was a tough encounter between Diamond Boys and Jola Kunda, the favorites of most of the spectators. But again, it was we know games at times. Even though if you are this the favorites, if a team comes with the right tactics, it's always very difficult for you to play against that team. In fact, to win against that team. So what really happened was, yes, everybody expected Jola Kunda to have an easy ride over, over Diamond Boys. But Diamond Boys also have some experienced players, especially they succeeded in bringing back Andersin. They call him Babgar Kebe. Andersin, they call him. Okay. And you see how the match end up. They tussle. It was an end-to-end stop. Diamond Boys have to score. Then within some 5-10 minutes, we see a reply from Jola Kunda. But when they go into the penalty shootouts, Jola Kunda, before that match, they don't even miss a single penalty during the qualifier. But on that day, they missed 2, and they eventually have to lose 4-3 against Diamond Boys. So you see that was the some of the rundown of the now and the qualifier. Then there comes the grouping, and in the groupings of the Brikama Sport Committee now.
Before the grouping, how many teams are in the Nawetan proper?
The Nawetan proper, we have 32 teams.
32 teams.
Yeah, the Nawetan proper, we have 32 teams.
And they are grouped into?
They are grouped into 8, four in each group. So in the Nawetan, we have 32 teams.
Okay, go ahead.
And in Group A, we have Nema United, we have Real de Santos, we have Scoville and Quenby. And in Group B, we have Jaliba United, we have Daru, we have Citizens, and we have Amasa FC. In Group C, we have Puntalana FC, we have Swansea, Wafarato, formerly of Swansea, we have Berechimo, and we have Bairo FC. And in Group D, we have Kabafita United, we have Yarambamba Football Academy, we have Tourist Football Academy, and we have Dreamers FC, one of the newly promoted teams. And in Group E, we have Sanjaba Youths, we have Manduar United, we have Niro Legacy FA or FC, we have Sabu United FC. And in Group F, we have Sky Power, the Evergreen Sky Power FC. We have Daslama United FC. We have New Generation Football Academy, formerly of Greater Tomorrow. We have Fortune FA, that's Fortune Football Academy. In Group G, we have Sandersu FC. We have Dangam FC. We have Gida Youths, and we have Manokang, one of the promoted teams. And the last group, but not the least, Group H, we have Justice FC. We have Kuta Jambulu FC. We have Orlando Magic FC. And Diamond Boys. These are the groupings of the Brikama Sport Committee in Nawetan.
So it's from Group A to?
Group H.
Group H. Well, quite, and I mean, that's why no doubt we call Brikama Sport Nawetan as the biggest, to be honest. Well, the amount of teams that go for qualifying rounds is more than the amount of teams that are in other zones. And now we have about 32. Well, congratulations on that. From the Super Cup to date, which stage is the Nawetan at the moment?
Well, you know, the Super Cup was played, and it was between Jaleba, the double winners. Some would even call them the treble winners. Remember, they also win the official sponsors Cup Winners' Cup. And it was between Jaleba and Kabafita, and Jaleba Triumph. And from then, you know, we go into the league proper. Okay. And in the league proper, in the first match, it was between Daru United and Amasa, and it was 1-1 apiece. That was the 3 p.m. kickoff. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Nema United 2 Quenby 1. And that was on Sunday, the 10th of September 2023. And on the 12th of September, we saw Dangam FC, you know, lost 3-1 to Jida Youths. And that was the 3 p.m. kickoff. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Real de Santos 1, Real de Santos FA 1, and Scoville United 0. And on Wednesday, the 13th, the results as follows: Wafarato Football Club, formerly of Swansea 0, and Berechimo 1. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff on Wednesday, the 13th, was Yarambamba FA 0, and then Tourist FA 1. And then on Thursday, on the 14th, September, we see in the 3 p.m. kickoff, it was Puntalana FC 1, Bairo 1. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Kabafita 0 and the newcomers Dreamers 2. And then on the 15th, on Friday, it was Manduar United 1 and Niro Legacy 0. That was the 3 p.m. kickoff. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Daslame FC 2 and New Generation 1. And then on Saturday, the 3 p.m. kickoff, on the 16th, it was Sky Power FC 1 and Fortune FA 4. That was a goal fiesta. And then in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Jaliba United, the Super Cup champions, 0 and Citizens 0. And then on Sunday, we see the 5 o'clock kickoff. It was between Kuta Jambulu FC 0 and Orlando Magic. And then Mondays we don't normally play matches. And then we skip to Tuesday, where we have Sandersu FC. We are beaten 5-0 by the newly promoted.
That's the highest score of that week.
That's the highest score for the week, for a single team. Remember, the match between Sky Power and Fortune FA ended 4-1. That one is a 5-goal
That's a
thriller, but 4
5-goal,
in
but
favor
4
of
and 1, okay.
Fortune FA and 1 for Sky Power. But for Manokang, they mauled Sanansu United 5-0.
Hands down.
Hands down. And for the 5 p.m. kickoff on that day, it was Justice 0 and Diamonds 0. And the second round started on the 20th of September.
So that means we are in the second round at the
We
moment.
are in the second round for the moment. And that
okay.
was on Wednesday. The first match, it was Scoville United 0 and Nema United 1. That means Nema qualified to the next round. They won 2 of their first
and they
2
maintain
matches.
themselves in the Navetan proper too.
Navetan proper too. And the least they will get is they will be playing in the round of 16s.
All right, that's
Yeah,
fine.
at least for now.
For now.
And then in the 5 p.m. kickoff on that day, we have witnessed another game. It was Bairo 1 and Wafarato 2. And then on Thursday, it was in the 3 p.m. kickoff, it was Konyibi 0 and Real de Santos FA 0. And then on the same day, the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Citizens 3 and Amasa 4, a 7-goal thriller. In fact, Amasa have to score within 2 minutes. And then Citizens, their number 3, Alu Jallo, they call him, scored a hat-trick in 11 minutes, in the 14th, 15th, and the 25th minutes. So, it will go down as one of the fastest hat-tricks in the history of Navetan in Brikama. And the boy is just a phenomenal player. And on Friday, it was Tourist FA 1, Kabafta 1, the Kabafta derby. And that was in the 3 p.m. kickoff. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Berechimo 3 and Puntalana 0. And yesterday, the 3 p.m. kickoff, that was Saturday on the 23rd September, it was Dreamers who played a barren goalless draw against Yarambamba. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Daru United 0 and Jaliba United 1. They need a Mohamed Fainke last gas goal to salvage all the 3 points. And today in the 3 p.m. kickoff, it was New Generation 0 and Sky Power 2. And in the 5 p.m. kickoff, it was Nero Legacy 2 and Sancheba Youth 0. And matches will continue tomorrow. Like initially, I told you, we skip Mondays.
Yes, exactly.
But now, because the referees also want to use Monday to refresh themselves and also for some pep talks about,
the games that pass,
the assessors also have to assess them on their, on their weak point and their strength to build on. Now we are going to play matches on Monday and skip on Tuesday. And then tomorrow it will be Fortune in the 3 p.m. kickoff. It will be Fortune FA versus Dar Salame, and in the 5 p.m. it will be Sabu United versus Mandwar United.
Oh, wow. Fun, wonderful. He will never disappoint me. My nephew for today, Ibrahim Kebi Song. Mamadou, do you have any question for our host, or our guest today, for anything before we come to,
My question is, KB, what are the strengths of the committees in this Naweta?
Well, I think the strength of the committee, if you understand Brikama Sport Committee in Nawetan, it's not the committee per se that organizes. They are the supreme body, but again, there is what we call the organizing committee of the Nawetan. And if you understand the setup, it's the team that participate in the Nawetan, that jointly organize the Nawetan and that of the Brikama Sport Committee. Because we have a 15-member organizing committee, 5 from the executive and 10 from the team reps. So all this is geared towards, just to make sure that we have a successful Nawetan. I think the strength is not only people see that is the Brikama Sport Committee organizing, but people see themselves. Because if you see your team representative also being part and parcel of the Nawetan, in fact, they consist of the highest number in the organizing committee, that sense of belonging to the community and whoever is connected to one or two team is there. Because for us, as an ESCO, as an executive, we only have to, the constitution said we only have to give them 5 people, and then the other 10 has to come from the executives, the team reps. So if you understand, it's 15-member committee, 10 from the team reps and 5 from the executives.
Okay. That's what Mo would have for you. Kebi, any other thing before we take leave of the Brikama Sport? Anything that we need to know, our followers, our viewers need to know about Brikama Sports Committee? You can just tell them.
Yeah, I'm sure this will not be the last time I'll be here. So whenever I have the opportunity to come here again, we'll talk about the female Newetan. We already made it draw some time ago, and then soon we will start it. And now again, in Brikama Sport Committee, you know, we always want to leave a legacy. We always want to bring new things. Yes, you are the host. You know, down the years, you started with the FMB Man of the Match. We all know how enticing it was, and this year, since no one ever sponsored it, was FMB management with you, who was doing who was doing that. This year we also come up with a Man of the Match award. So every match we give a certificate to the most outstanding player. So we wish we could do more than only a certificate. We wish we could at least give even cash, or not, maybe these are young players, not necessarily cash, but at least give them something that also they will appreciate, because young players, what they need is not the monetary, because they want to grow. What they need is motivation. Whatever that will motivate them, that's what we need. But unfortunately, the only thing we can provide for now is the certificate. But again, I think sponsors can come in and partner with us, because if you need visibility, we can give you. Brikama Nawetan is the most watched Nawetan across the length and breadth of the Gambia. So if you need, if any company or individual needs to advertise your company, feel free to come to the Brikama Sport Committee. We have spaces for you. You will be visible. People of Brikama and the satellite villages will see your products, and surely your market will start booming.
Well, thank you very much. That is Ibrahim Kebi Sonko, the PRO and the media officer of Brikama Sports Company. Thank you so much. We will be touching. Just give me a moment. There's a short announcement, Kebi. I want you to also maybe highlight on that. And this is the annual West Coast Region Super Nawetan, which has been organized. It's coming to be 3 years in a row now. And of course, there's an AGM coming up, which is to inform the general public that the West Coast Region Zonal Committee will be going for an AGM, which is going to be on Saturday, the 30th day of this September 2023, at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama at 9 a.m. in the morning. Once again, on each zone among the 11th recognized zone within West Coast region is expected to send in 3 participants, including the zone president. That means 2 other people together with the zone president, and this is going to be 30th. And I think, once again, all the media houses are invited, including us and any other media houses. You also part of it, although I am the head of the media for that department, but I think you are all part of my. So the AGM is very, very necessary. After 2 years in a row, before we go, we have to have this thing.
I think personally, people like me have been calling for this AGM. You cannot organize tournaments without giving people the feedback on how you organize those tournaments, especially the monetary terms. They are very important. Not only the zone president need to know how much is in the account and how much and how do they intend to use that. Mm-hmm. Because the media fraternity also, a lot of people also do not allow us to rest on our laurels, because they want us to feed them with information. But we are the lancing officer within the organization or sport committees and the general public. So so it's very important that they are coming with this. I think it has been long overdue. It has been from the first go. The best thing they could have done is to organize an AGM for people to know their financial report and their activities report. I think it's very important and it's commendable, but again it is late. But again, it's never late. It's better late than never. But again, they are coming up with it. So let's hope that come on Saturday, the stakeholders will turn up, and also, the West Coast Zonal Committee also will answer some credible questions. It's very important.
Very important. Mamadou, of course, you will be, I've already selected you to be represent both Atlantic Online TV on that media stuff together with FMB Sports. How do you think about it? What's your feeling?
I think it is necessary to have that AGM on Saturday because you cannot work for whole year or 2 years. You did not report anything to people that you are working for because it has been a long time. People were asking about this money on WhatsApp platforms for so long to know how much money is being gathered. So on Saturday, having this AGM at Boxiba is so necessary.
Well, it's very necessary. So, zone president with 2 from your own 11 zones, you are invited on Saturday, the 30th at 9 in the morning at the Brikama Mini Stadium. Of course, the likes of the Fatih Kundas and all, so breakfast and everything will be available. Huh? And of course, the third topic for today on the Sport 360 Live, don't forget, it's live every Sunday from the hour 8 to 9 p.m. GMT. A quick one, we'll give you some of the interview and feature of the Walk for Health. Walk for Health is becoming very, very interesting in the Gambia. That's in a national chapter. Kudos to Brahma Diba, Busenti Gomez, Mr. Gambia, and of course, Mr. Sirif Gomez. This has been going. And then they established a Walk for Health Brikama chapter, which I myself is the coordinator. It's booming. We're calling everybody to work with us. Your health should be your utmost priority. We work every Saturday and Sunday from the Brikama Medina Police Station to our destination is we walk from Brikama Medina Police Station to Marakisa. Sometimes the boys will challenge each other, go up to Kebekel and sometimes to the border village of Dasilame. So it's every Saturday we meet at Medina Police Station, sharp 7 o'clock. We move by 7:15 and latest 7:30 we are on the way going. And we have series of interviews which our technician will play for you to hear some of the interviews and some of the stuff that we do on that. We will leave you with that. Chapter, you out there watching me, come and join us every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday at 7:15 a.m.
For health, become a chapter. Come and work for health. Health is something that you cannot buy.
This is Work for Health Brikama chapter. Nyimbunda be Brikama sate bale. Sibiton dimaso nka beng police station Medina. Nka dati tala warula na tambida miniti tansaba. Kan singol sabandi nang kama kan doke fonga futa maraki samamu kilometer woro kondodi ana muru ko daga kilometer woro o ka ke tannim fulalati bamba kata kan katambi wol bela so lafta mobe kafuma jata kende akuma ya tale andu nyimu bundalati menkadi alini mali sebona faya gere ya baniye kota gere ya ko gere ya bibili abawi di lamo dala banari moju ya bangila pe kagala ya
Work for Health, jata kele anyongo ta.
Kela yuya.
Neta kila tejugu ya fe.
Mai ka kela yuya.
Neta kila tejugu ya fe.
Akai sai ka kela yuya.
Neta kila tejugu ya fe.
Amolo ka kela yuya.
Neta kila tejugu ya fe.
Musate mo ka kela yuya.
Neta kila.
Na fala bidi. Kombe mol ko mon la mo be na mo yalla be suwo kono. Ibe dawada ise kala join jang every Saturday Sunday sibidi o sibidi ani dimanche o diwat nga tabo ke Brikama jang ko Brikama kada Marakisa yo jar kende yani alhamdulillah na fa bale mu je ni ka ke mando shukur courant ni yele courant ni courant dol min ka tara jato kono jama bala ka fe
for Health. Come join us every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I'm calling on everybody to come and join us. This is healthy. It helps a lot. It reduces your medical bills, and your health issues. So come and join us, and it is free of charge. Nobody is charged to pay a book to join us. You walk from Brikama to Marakisa and back every weekend at no cost to you, absolutely.
My gender. Yes, ladies, come out, let's walk. You do this for yourself. Yeah. I got a very good history in this. If I tell you my before and now, I'm doing great now.
And finally, before we go, it's not a good news to the people of the Gambia. Our women, Queens, Scorpions have bore out of the qualifier round in the first stage with Namibia. Two-legged games that are played both in Morocco. The first game was Gambia as the host. They are the one that were home. Namibia defeated them by 3-2. Also today was the final leg. Namibia were given the home, and again they defeated Gambia by 2-0. And that makes Gambia to bow out from that competition. Ibrahim Kevisovo, quickly, I think, to be honest, this is something through that. I think the Gambia Football Federation need to up their game on the women's side. You have teams that will prepare more. You have the calendar. You have the calendar activities. Why can't you pick your team in time, have some, test games and then prepare? But only before the games are to play, you call, select and then go. Normally these are 11th hour preparation that is not helping KB Sonko.
Well, the truth is most, the football authorities in the Gambia are not that much interested in women football. It's a lip service, and then they keep on ringing, and they make some policy to say, their number one priority is women football, that and that. But I think what some of us have been seeing in the line is, it can't reconcile of what they are doing. Because for instance, I'm sure if there is even if this will be the male under 20 participating, in a major qualifier, at least it will be 2 or 3 month qualifier. Talk less of female football that they normally play lesser matches compared to the male one, and even how they start football. We know in the Gambia the male will start playing football at much earlier age than this. But again, it's a lip service. For me, the truth is, the love for women football in the Gambia is just to make sure that they attract more financial, gain from FIFA and CAF, and then, introduce 1 or 2 policies, take our girls to Jara Soma, to Basse, or to the, the National Training Center. That's the goal project, and let them stay there for 2-3 weeks on seminars, and then they will go out. They will go home, and that will be the end of everything. I think we have to be serious on women football. So it's not only be a policy that is on the lip. It should be a policy that we should that we craft and we implement to the latter. So, and some of the policies, if you read the policies of the Gambia Football Federation on women football, I bet you can't get that anywhere in Africa. But again, the implementation is becoming a problem. Before, we know Senegal are not very good in women football. But now, even Senegal are better than us in women football, because they have been doing very well in WAFU tournaments and so on. Because for Senegal, I think their women are very good in only one sport. That used to be basketball. Yeah. But now, they are doing very well in football. They have been winning, the WAFU tournament. Yeah. And for us, we have been playing football here, female football for long overdue. But if you don't have proper planning, because why I said our people are not interested in women football is a lip service. It's only in the Gambia where you see, football authorities, the National League, they will play teams at 3. They will play second division teams at 3. At some point, it used to be even 2:30 because of inadequate fields. But again, yes, we know that we have inadequate fields in the Gambia.
Yeah.
But which other male team will you play at 2:30? And
well, I think it all boils down to the proper planning. Time we want to go, but finally, our guest for today, what's the final word quickly?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me here, and wherever you are watching this, make sure that you come to Brikama Box by the Theatre of Entertainment to entertain yourself, because we call ourselves the home of thrillers. Whenever you watch a match at Brikama Sport Committee, you must be thrilled, because the kind of ambience you will see, not only the football, we can take you to anywhere.
Thank you, KB Sonko. And one last word on the female football. How do you feel about it?
I think
before your final word.
I think it is so sad, because the reason behind our lose against Namibia is late preparation. Because you cannot gather 50 players. You say you can screen them in 1 month. You success screening. You go into the qualifiers. You make something out of it.
It cannot be.
You cannot.
So it's lack of propaganda. Finally, Mamadou, for today's program.
Thank you very much, viewers. We are grateful anywhere you are watching us from, and keep following our program from Atlantic TV Online every Sunday from the hour 8 to 9. Thank you.
Thank you so much, viewers. Like I said, here we are sports, like KB said. Any kind of sport you have, just get in contact with us, and basically we will definitely be there to cover it for local, international, anything we have. So once again, thank you so much for your time with us, and of course hope you enjoy all those that we are, and the rest we'll give you with the pictures and some of the shots that we'll be giving you on your screens. Once again, that was myself, of course, the host, Big Sam, on Atlantic Online Sport 360 every Sunday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT. On that note, keep on sporting. Good night.